What's going on, guys? It is Parker here, and today I'm just really confused, honestly, and for y'all to see why, stay tuned. Alright, guys, so here we have the highly requested Power Acoustic Mofo. And this is the Type X. And then over here, we have the Power Acoustic Banff. Now, I'm really confused as the purpose of these two subs and why they have both of them. Well, we're going to get a closer look up at both of these, compare their specs and the build quality, and then we're going to throw them in a box and see which one is better. Stay tuned. Okay, so first off, if you've seen my other videos, you know I've mentioned that I really don't like Power Acoustic. And, well, really, here is why. They just aren't accurate about stuff. They say that this has a 373-ounce magnet. No, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. They say this one has a 272-ounce magnet. Nope. That is not happening. Now, on the website, they say that's the volume, so maybe that's not really weight, but still, it's quite deceiving, which again is just what I really don't like. Alright, so let's start out with the Mofo. So here are their specs on it. So we have FS of right about 29 hertz, X-Max of 15 millimeters, again RMS at 1500, max at 2700, dual voice coil 2 ohm here. We have the SPL at 85.4, and they mentioned that it has a 2.5 inch 4-layer voice coil. Alright, so let's take a look at it. We'll start from the top. First off, we have this gasket around here. Not too bad, should seal. Pop these out to put the screw in. Seems a little gimmicky, but whatever. We have a paper cone, which is kind of soft, as you can see. But this is supposed to be aluminum, and it's supposed to help really stiffen it up. We have just kind of a normal surround. It's not really a high roll. And it is just glued on. It is not sewn on. And they say it has a cast aluminum frame. We have a pretty soft spider, but overall it's still decently stiff. We have tinsel leads. They're not sewn into the spider though. And then we have little 8-gauge terminals, which is fine. 8 gauge is normally fine for around that 1000 RMS watt mark, but again, this is supposedly 1500. And we have a real big magnet. I will say this magnet is a beefy magnet for sure. It's a big triple stack, but it's wide. And it's a decently heavy sub. Now over here we have the Banff. We'll take a look at what they say it has over here. The FS is 29 hertz. The X-Max is 14 millimeters. Max power they say is 3500. RMS 1750. The efficiency is what they call it here is 84.8 BD. And the main difference here is we have a 3-inch 4-layer voice coil as opposed to the 2.5 inch. It has a little bit stiffer paper cone. Has a really soft center cap though. Not stoked on that. This does have a high roll surround, and it is sewn on with double stitching, so that's pretty cool. Has more of just your regular gasket on it, which I like. It also says it has a cast aluminum basket. However, it feels nothing like the one on the Mofo, but again, I'm not really a pro. We have bigger terminals on this one. Now, they still look about like 8 gauge, but they just made the terminal itself beefier. And then the tinsel leads are sewn in, but if you look at it, they're sewn in kind of tight. So there really can't be that much excursion on this sub. So yeah, one cool thing is if you have to recone this, it looks like it'll be real easy to recone. You would just unscrew it, whereas on the Mofo, it's definitely glued. It's just glued all the way around. And I really do like the high roll surround and the fact that it is double stitched. Still a decently soft spider. Overall, not a bad feeling sub for 130 bucks. We do have some venting around here and in there. Plenty of venting here. And the coil looks pretty nice. This is why I am so confused about this. It's just that I really don't understand what they were going for here. You know, I think if they swap magnets, it would kind of make more sense. And then if they maybe had this at a little bit higher price point, and this at a little bit lower price point, it would just make more sense. But here, you really have two subs that are kind of, you know, one has a little bit better in one area, one has a little better in another area, but again, it just doesn't really make sense at all. I have no idea what they were thinking when they made the Banff, because I did come after the Mofo. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you know I really like to compare subs. And this time we actually have a really good comparison here. This is my American Base Elite. You can get these around the $130, $140 range now. So for this American Base, we get a super stiff paper cone. Only thing I don't like about it is the center cap is a little on the soft side, but that's alright. We got a nice high roll ribbed surround. We have a 3-inch 4-layer voice coil. We have double tinsel leads, and they are sewn into the Spider, you can see here. And we have a real big, beefy motor. Now I'd say these two have about the identical motor as far as size. They both really do feel just about the same, and they're both about the same in weight. And it's definitely a little bit bigger magnet than what we have here. So yeah guys, I just wanted to bring that out and show you what else you can get. I have put this thing through the absolute works. Played it a ton, and I never even smelled any voice coil once. I'm not sponsored by American Base. I just happen to really love their products, and this sub has been a great sub so far, especially for the price. So yeah, we've looked at both the specs for both of these subs, so I think we need to throw them in the box and see how they sound. Now, in case y'all were wondering, this is what an actual 300 ounce magnet looks like. It is huge. There's no way this is anywhere close to 300 ounces. But yeah, that is just why I cannot stand Power Acoustic, and why I partially can't stand Rockville, but Power Acoustic is definitely worse when it comes to rating stuff or giving specs. Alright guys, well we've been letting this break in for a while, and we've got the amp adjusted. Now I've got it turned up to where it'd be about 1500 watts at 1 ohm. Now that being said, that does not account for box rise or impedance rise, whatever you want to call it. So this sub will probably not be actually seeing, you know, anywhere close to 1500 watts. But again, to be safe, that's what we got it tuned at. And that's way below the gain where it would start clipping. So yeah, we're gonna play a few demo songs just so y'all can see what it does and how it sounds.
Let's get it. She's a real
Okay guys, so that first song was just kind of a, normal bass song around that 40-50 hertz, wherever the bass was, and just a normal song. And then the second one, bass was kind of between 32 and 35 hertz. And then that third song, you get different range ranging all the way from the mid-30s to the high 20s. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. The quality on it, is really good. Being a little, softer sub than something like the Destroyer that I had in here, the sensitivity is better. So, it gets louder with less power. Now, it doesn't, get as loud as a Destroyer, but I also have it set a good deal lower on the gain. So, yeah, so far it sounds pretty good. On some of those really low notes, you could tell it was about maxed out as far as it was going to move. But, yeah, so far, so good. It's working fine. It sounds good. Haven't smelled anything. So, yeah, let's throw the BAMF in here, break it in for a little while, and then test it out, too. Alright guys, it is raining here today, but, well, first of all, I got a new battery. Now, that's all going to be changed. That's just kind of temporary for now, just for testing it out. But, we've been playing the BAMF, got it kind of broken, so we're going to be playing the same songs we played on the Mofo, and just kind of seeing which one seems to do better. We'll take a quick little look at the battery here. We're going to be putting on some new terminals and heat shrink, putting a fuse between the battery and the amp, and a few other little things like that. But so now it's working pretty good, helping keep the voltage up. We've been playing this guy, and actually I've been pretty impressed with it. For I think it was 125 bucks. It sounds really good. It sounds pretty clean, and it gets pretty loud for a single 12. That's, that cheap. Let's play the same songs we did for the Mofo, and we'll see which y'all think is better. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have got the head unit, bass knob, and the amp all tuned the exact same way we did when we did the Mofo test. So around at 1500 watts, minus whatever box or impedance rise there is. Let's get to it and see what it'll do.
Let's get it.
So yeah, my opinion is that if I were going to go with one of these subs, I would definitely go with the BAMP. We just get a better, I believe, a better quality built sub. This one, if I played some of those lower notes, you could hear it maxing out. Whereas this one, I actually got it pretty loud, and it really didn't have any problems. Again, it's got the double stitching, it's got the high roll surround, it's got the sewn in tinsel leads, 3-inch 4-layer voice coil, all which the Mofo Type X does not have. So yeah, definitely the one I would recommend to pick up, but for around that 130 range, I guess they're both okay. But yeah, that would just be my recommendation if you're set on getting a power acoustic sub. I can't really test the RMS ratings 100 to be 100%, you know, sure on them at the moment, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the SMD AMM1, and what that'll be allow me to do is, the one, it'll have a clipping meter for my amp, and two, it'll be able to read the actual watts that my subs are seeing. So I think I'm gonna get that and test that on both of these, and we'll see if they withstand at anywhere close to their rated power. Now that being said, that is a $400 piece of equipment I would need to be buying, so it'd really help me out if y'all would like this video and comment on it. Also, if you want to pick up either of these subs, I will have eBay and Amazon links in the description below. And again, if you buy them through those links, that really helps out the channel. So I really appreciate it. I put up a little poll, and I said what was the next, you know, budget sub y'all wanted to see. Now, I actually had already ordered these when I put up that poll, but the audio pipe, the TXX BD1, was the most requested sub. So I think I'm going to be getting that next, and we're going to see if that compares to these at all, because it's right about that same price range. I think it's at like $108 or something like that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always. Let me know in the comments what you want me to review next. And y'all have a wonderful day.